Hi, welcome to the Kitchen of Holy Natural. Today, for the Balanced Table series, we are going to be discussing cooking oils, what to use, and why not to use some other things. So I'm going to start with your most basic that everybody knows about, and that is your basic vegetable oils, corn oils, canola oils. It also includes safflower and sunflower oils. A lot of times they advertise those as specialty health oils. But really they're all kind of lumped together in the same category. There are different kinds of fats. We have your basic saturated fats and unsaturated fats. And then there's two kinds of unsaturated. There's mono and polyunsaturated. For years, the government nutrition told us that we should avoid the saturated and eat only the unsaturated fats. But we are coming to learn more about our bodies and how things work, and that is just not true anymore. So for this first category of the vegetable oils, these are the no-no category, but it's what most people cook with. So we have, like I said, vegetable oil, which is actually a blend of vegetables, mostly soy and mostly GMO soy. And I avoid anything GMO if I can. Budgets only allow so much sometimes, and I totally get that, but I do try to avoid the GMO. And so vegetable oil is a big no-no, and it's kind of funny. Some of these oils I got when someone PCS'd and they passed me their pantry items, and so I have a few random things. So corn oil is also a GMO, canola oil is also GMO, and they really haven't proved that they have any health benefits. So between that and the fact that they're GMO, I avoid them. They are all mono unsaturated fats, so by government standards they should be okay, but if you actually look into what they're made from, I just choose not to use them. What makes them so popular, other than the government telling us they're healthy, is that they are easy to fry in. They have a high smoke point, and so you can fry things in them, but frying isn't really healthy anyway, so, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So, what do I use most of the time? Well, for cooking, if I'm going to fry something, which mostly in this house we only pan fry things, we don't deep fry anything, but I use avocado oil. This is going to be my first choice for frying something is avocado oil. I buy mine at Costco. I'm not real sure. It's really hard to find things that are, how they are taken care of or how they're made. I do what I can, and this is what I can. I can find Costco avocado oil. So things that are, we talked about before in the sugar, we want to avoid things that are processed, and they do the same things with oils. They process them. And like the corn oils and the vegetable oils, they'll actually process them in a certain way that makes them able to withstand more heat, because that's what they're popular for, is frying things. And so we want a more natural oil, things that come directly from the plant. And so avocado oil offers us that, but it also offers us a very high smoke point of 271 degrees. So we're able to heat things up without destroying the oil. Another advantage avocado oil has is that it's a very mild taste. So it doesn't taste very strong, so your food doesn't absorb that taste. It's a very mild. The health benefits, though, it actually lowers your cholesterol. It's a mono unsaturated fat. It boosts your immune system, it helps your body absorb other nutrients, and it also is loaded with vitamin E. So not only are we getting something we can cook with, but it's actually given us some good stuff for our bodies. My second choice, and if it was only to cook something in, and when I'm doing Chinese food, is sesame oil. And I always want this dark toasted stuff. This is what tastes good, is the dark toasted stuff. They have a very processed one, and you can also get a raw sesame seed oil that's very clear, but I prefer the toasted sesame seed oil, and it's just yummy. It takes very little of this stuff, though, because it's very strong flavor, and I specifically use this when I'm doing Asian type foods. It also has a high smoking point, which is why it's also a good one to use, of 232 degrees, not quite as impressive as avocado oil. It's also very good for your skin if you don't mind smelling like sesame oil. But it reduces your blood pressure, It boosts digestive health, and if you want to swish it around your mouth, it helps with oral hygiene. Another one that helps with oral hygiene and has a strong taste is coconut oil. Coconut oil is a favorite of mine, but it is what we call a saturated fat. Saturated fats are what they used to tell us was bad for us, and that's anything that is firm at room temperature. So see how this is solid? See, no liquids coming down. It's solid, very much like butter. Butter is also a saturated fat. But they thought it was bad for our heart, but they're finding that it is actually beneficial. Plus, when coconut oil brings so much to the table, yes, it does taste like coconut, so you have to choose when and how you're going to use it, but making popcorn in it, frying eggs in it is awesome. I even put it in my smoothies and my coffee. But it does taste like coconut. So, but you can use it on your skin also. It's antiviral, antifungal, antimicrobial. Like I said, you can swish it in your mouth for oral hygiene. It also improves digestion. So lots of good stuff there. I replace it with butter a lot of times in my cooking recipes. It's good for baking. So there's coconut oil. My other all-time favorite oil is olive oil. And as you can tell, I buy it in a gallon jug. Get mine from California. There's lots of stuff going around about how to get you a pure olive oil, because a lot of the companies will take olive oils from various regions and then mix them together, and it's not a very good flavor. And a lot of times people have this idea of what olive oil tastes like, because it does have a very distinct flavor all of its own. But until you get a pure olive oil, you're not really going to taste one region or the other. So I choose, and plus if I choose local, it's traveling less, which is less likely to get rancid. So I choose to order mine from California, and it gets shipped to me. Love Amazon. But this is really ideal for salad dressings and things like that, because it has a very low smoke point, especially the extra virgin, which is what I prefer. Extra virgin of anything means that it's minimally processed. The further it gets away from being extra virgin, like say virgin or just regular oil, the more it's been processed. So the extra virgin is minimally processed, but because of that, it has a lower smoke point. It's only 190 degrees. But it also is full of vitamin E, and it helps our bodies fight off free radicals. The other tricky one is when you find flavored oils like this one. This is a local flavored olive oil. And it sounds fun, but we have no idea what kind of olive oil is in here. We don't know, like it doesn't say if it's extra virgin, it doesn't say where it came from, I don't even know if it's a mix, and then you don't know what they're flavoring it with. So if you really like flavored olive oils, it's really not that hard to make your own. Buy your pure olive oil, and then you can mix herbs or whatever with it to flavor it. So there's one more I'm going to talk about, and then I will be done talking about oils. And that is flaxseed oil. Flaxseed I don't have with me today. It's very expensive. I used to use it a lot, but because of cost, I have stopped using it. It's a polyunsaturated fat. It has a nutty flavor. I prefer it in sweet things. I also like it in salad dressing. But it's got lots of antioxidants and vitamin D in it, so it is good for you. And it's a good one to use if you use it very minimally, like in salad dressings. You know, just sprinkle it on your salad. But it's also a good oil to choose from. So to recap, the best oils to cook with are going to be your avocado oil and your sesame seed oil. These are going to be your cooking oils. And then for baking, we've got coconut oil, which it bakes very nicely, and you really don't get the coconut flavor in baking. I also sometimes make pizza dough with the olive oil. So sometimes when I'm making Italian style breads, I use olive oil. But this is going to be your cold, salad dressings and such, olive oil. So please, if you have any questions, if you have a specific oil that you want to know more about, because I obviously did not cover them all, please comment below and let me know. And thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you next week.